Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will see how to test our conditional rendering in Angular. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. If you see here, I have created a project with a demo one by using Angular CLI. This is my default project which was created by Angular CLI. And it is providing a component called as app component, and inside the app component already I have explained each and every conditional renderings in my Angular tutorial playlist, and I'll provide that particular link in the description. So to understand all about this particular conditional renderings, please watch that video before continuing this unit testing part. Here if you see, we have different types of renderings like simple if conditions and then and else clauses, and also we have some other template related property binding and its conditional rendering, and also the method which returns true or false, and also there is a property called as hidden property. So these are the different types of conditional renderings we saw in Angular. So now what I want to do is I want to test this particular if condition or simple if conditions. Okay, so let me go to our spec file and save this. Here what I want to do is I want to create a fixture. Let fixture of type component fixture app component and semicolon. Let component instance colon. What is my instance? That is of type app component. Let me close this and make it as a bit zoom. Yeah. So if you see here, I have created an instance and also I have created a variable for the fixture. Let me assign some instances for that. So fixture equal to testbed dot create component of what is the component app component I want to create, and that there is some more instances that can be done by using fixture dot component instance. So I got the instance, I got the fixture. The first condition is it statement, which will be used for our checking the simple if condition. Okay, here there will be a callback. Inside the callback, let me try to update my fixture dot detect changes of and detect changes, and once the fixture is stable dot then it's a promise based and it has a callback. Inside the callback, let me try to get the element const element colon. What is the element type? If you go to your app component.html, it's a type of div element. So let me use HTML div element, and we can get this element by using fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is the ID. So I need to define an ID here. Let me define an ID. ID is equal to age greater than. So when age is greater than 18, I want to use this ID. Let me copy this ID and let me pass here so I can get this ID. Before going to that, what is the default value of this age? So go to the TS file. What is the default value? Age is 20. That means 20 is greater than 18. That means this particular div should exist in my DOM. So let me check that. What is my expectation? Expect element dot, it should not be equal to null. So not dot to be null. So it should not be null. Let me save this and go to the another port ng test. So if you see here, it has been failed. Why? Because we have not given the hash. Let me give the hash to get the ID, and now we will be getting that ID, and it should not be equal to null. So it has been successfully passed. Now what I want to do is I want to change that age property for simple if. So that means checking the simple if condition in failure. So let me go to the callback, and inside the callback, let me update our component instance dot age property. The age property, let me give it as 17. So it is less than 18. That will be calling our second div. So let me give an ID is equal to simple if failed case. Okay, so let me copy this failed case, or it is like less than 18. Now fixture dot detect changes. Once it is detected, it should be stable. When stable dot then of, it is a promise based, so you will get some callback. Inside the callback, let me get the element colon, it is also HTML div element. Pass this div element is equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what I want to get the ID. The ID should be equivalent to that simple if failed. So let me pass this ID, and it should be existing when the age is equal to 17. That means if age is 17, it has to be triggered this particular div and it should be existing. This should not be existed. So what I can do is, let me get that particular element to. That means HTML div element, which is fixture.debug_element.native_element.query selector of what is that? This is a greater than ID. So whenever I pass that greater than ID, it should not be existed. So what I want to expect of element2 dot should be equal to null. Why? Because that should not be existed, because age is 17. So when age is 17, it should not execute this particular div. Why? Because age is greater than 18, but the age whatever I gave, it is less than 18. So this should be existed. So let me check that expectation. Expect of element1 dot not dot to be null. So it should not be null. Let me save this and go to HTML. Let me save this. 2 of 2 has been successfully compiled. That means both the test cases has been successfully compiled. So in the same way, let us check this ng clauses. That means then clause and else clause. First, let us consider then clause. When it will go to then clause, when this age is greater than 18. That means the default value of that age property is 20. So for the first time, it should be in the then clause. So let me write some ID then clause, and let me write one more ID for else clause. Let me save this and go to my spec file. Now let me create one test case for the then clause. Check then clause. Now it will have a callback. Inside the callback, what I want to do is I want to update the fixture that to detect the changes. And after detecting the changes, let's check when it is stable and it is a callback. So inside the callback, let me get the element then element colon. What is that then element? It is a h1 element. So let me use HTML heading element is equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my selector? The selector is an ID with the then clause. Let me copy this and pass hash. And one more element is else clause. So const else element is also an HTML heading element, and let me use the fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my else clause element, that is else clause ID. So pass that ID with prefixed with hash, and let me check the expectation. So what is my expectation? Here the expectation is then clause should be executed. Why? Because age is greater than 18. So what is my expectation? Then element should exist. That means dot not to be null. And when it is not to be null, my else element should be equal to null. So expect of else element dot to be null. So it should be null. Let me save this. If you see here, all the 3 test cases has been successfully compiled. Now what I want to do is I want to reduce this age that is less than 18. So what I want to do, I want to update the same case but in the else clause. When it goes to else clause, it should not execute the then clause. So before that, what I want to do is I want to update my component instance value, that is age is equal to 17. That means it is less than 18. Whenever this is less than 18, my then clause should be equal to null and my else clause should not be equal to null. So what I'm checking here, it should execute the else clause but not the then clause. So then clause will be empty or null. Let me save this. And if you see here, 4 test cases has been successfully compiled. That means we have tested our 2 scenarios for then and else clauses. So this is one way of conditional rendering testing. There is one more way, that is by using ng template. So in this ng template, whenever this ng if condition is true, it should execute this h file. Let me give id is equal to template then clause. This is like then clause, and this will be acting as an else clause. So let me give the ID. This is a template else clause. Let me save this. And now I want to test this. When the age is greater than 18, by default the age value is 20. So for the first time it has to be existing. And for the second time, whenever I change that age property less than 18, this particular h5 tag should be existing in our DOM. Let us check these 2 conditions. So now if I go to the code and let me create one test case. What I want to test, ng template then clause. I want to test this then clause. So it has a callback. Inside the callbacks, fixture dot detect changes, and inside the detect changes, fixture dot when stable. When it is stable, it is a promise based and it has a callback. Let me use empty callback because I don't want to capture anything, and I want to use two elements, that is then element, which is equal to heading tag HTML heading element, and equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my selector, that h5 selector, that is equivalent to this template then clause element. So let me paste with hash and my element is ready. And also let me write else element. So in this else element, it is also HTML heading tag, and it will be equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my ID. The ID is template else clause. Let me write this ID with prefixed with hash. Let me put with hash and semicolon. Now I got then element and else element. Here in this case, my age property is greater than 18. That means age is greater than 18 by default. So by default it is greater than 18. Now whenever it is greater than 18, my then element should exist. So what is my expectation? Expect of then element dot, it should not be null. Expect else element, that should be equivalent to null, and save this. So we have covered our then clause with ng template with ng if as a property binding. Now let me copy the same content, and now in this case what I want to do is I want to change the age property to less than 18. That means else clause age is less than 18 when it is less than 18. Let me make that as less than 18. Component instance dot age is equal to 17. So what it will do, it will make our age as 17. Whenever the age is 17, what it will do, it will execute our else clause. That means else clause should be in the DOM and if clause should not be in the DOM. So what we can do is then element should be equal to null and else element should not be equal to null, because here it will execute our else clause. Let me save this. As both the elements are having the same properties, I have used the same IDs. So now 6 test cases has been successfully compiled. Now what I want to do, this is ng template with ng if and ng if else properties. What I want to do is I want to check with the method. So what it is, this is a checking an element by using the TS method. So what this method is doing, the method is calling our age property. If age is greater than 18, then this will be true. That means this ID exists. This ID should be existing. So let me write one ID, that is controller method. So let me save this and let's write this particular test case. Let me create one it statement, it of check the controller method as conditional rendering. So when this method returns true, then we can see the DOM. Otherwise, we will not see that particular DOM. Let me use that. So let me update the fixture dot detect changes of, and whenever this detect changes happen, fixture dot when stable. When it is stable, it is a promise based, and inside the promise based, I don't want to capture anything. I will use a callback function. Inside the callback function, let me get the element. So the element is HTML div element, and it can be captured by using an ID fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my query selector. If you see here, I am using controller view method as my query selector. Let me copy this and paste it with an hash symbol because it is an ID. So I got the element. Now what is our expectation? Expect of element, this element should be existing. Why? Because here the age is 18. That means age is greater than 18. So whenever it is greater than 18, then it should be existing. So should not be equal to null. So let me save this. If you see here, it was been successfully compiled. In the same way, when my age is less than 18, let me check with the same condition and age is less than 18. So how to make that less than 18? By using a component instance dot age is equal to 17, that is less than 18. So now this should not be exist. That means it should be equal to null. Let me save this, and if you see here, it has been successfully compiled. And the last case is by using hidden property. So let me use an id is equal to hidden property is my id. Let me save this, and now let us test this particular hidden property by using a age greater than 18. So by default the age is greater than 18. Let me use it statement and check hidden status, and in this case what will happen when my age is greater than 18? So when I should check when age is greater than 18, so what it should be, if it is greater than 18, then it should be in the hidden state. That means it should not be visible in the DOM. But what is the difference between the if condition and hidden? The hidden is a property, whereas if condition remove the element completely from the DOM, whereas hidden will not remove the element from the DOM. It will just hide by using CSS property. Here, how to check this? We cannot check the element because every time the element exists, only the CSS property will change. That means display will be null. So in this case, what we can do is we can check directly the hidden property. Let me use fixture dot detect changes. Once the detected is done, what I want to do, I want to check when it is stable, then it is a promise based, and callback. Inside the callback, let me get that element colon, what is my element? It's an div element, HTML div element is equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of, what is my selector? The selector is hidden property. Let me copy this and go here, hash hidden property semicolon. And what I want to check here, I cannot check the element because in both the cases the element exists, but the hidden property varies. What is my expectation? Expect element dot get attribute of, what is my attribute? The attribute name is hidden. So whenever my age is greater than 18, by default it is greater than 18, so hidden property exists. So here if you see, that property is not equal to null, that means hidden property exists on my DOM. Let me copy the same thing and let me create one more description or it statement. Hidden status when age is less than 18. So how to create this less than 18? Component instance dot age equal to 17. That means it is less than 18. Whenever it is less than 18, it should be equal to null. That means hidden property should not exist. If you see here, all the 10 has been successfully qualified. These are the different ways of conditional renderings, and that has been tested successfully in all the use cases. That means a negative use case as well as a positive use case. Hope you guys like this video. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.